Greetings there, everyone. It is GleeCon here again with another episode of Lore of Warcraft. On our last one, we finished up more Magic and Mayhem, which was the second revamped, revised source material for the Dungeons and Dragons World of Warcraft campaign setting. And on the next episode, we will continue with that with another book. But we are also getting closer and closer with the side lore. There's a couple chronicles left and a couple manga. We're going to do one of those two manga episodes right now. So stay a while and listen to Warcraft Legends Volume 4. We also have a little bit less than half of the book left on Cycle of Hatred. So this is called Bloodsail Buccaneer. So we'll get a little lore onto that kind of NPC evil faction that is encountered in Classic. On a bootleg site here, because this does not work on the regular readers. I'm going to read this in a pirate voice. I've always loved the ocean. I only wanted to see it again. What harm could come of that? Jimmy? Oh, this is a guy. Jimmy! Now I'm going to change the voices. Jimmy Blackridge! Get your narrow backside out of bed right now. I'm up. What time is it? I'm up. I'll be right down. Jimmy, I didn't mean to oversleep. I'll be in the garden in 2 minutes. Son, calm down. I'm giving you the day off. The day off? Spend time with your friends. Go on to Stormwind. Get off the farm for a while. All right, yes. Thank you, sir. Got the day off, but bum. Good morning, Jimmy. Morning. Gonna have fun today. Gonna have fun today. Jimmy, did you see that rock over there on the stool? Huh? Yeah, I guess. What about it? Mom, you're right. Do you know where that rock came from, son? Well, no. It came from the garden. The garden you promised your father that you'd clear the rocks out of. Son, I love you dearly, but I should tell you. Your father isn't giving you the day off just so you can have fun. He's giving you the day off so he can finish that job right, without you getting in the way. You promised you'd get the new supply of chicken feed. I had to go and get that when you forgot. You promised you'd fix this loose floorboard here, and it still isn't fixed. You've got a problem with responsibility, Jimmy. I want you to work on it. I want you to swear to me you will. I'm sorry, Mom. I really am. I'll do better. I swear. And I'll get started right after my day off. Don't worry, Mom. I'll make you proud. I pick up Liam first. Liam's a lot smarter than I am. He wants to study magic. Of course, he's a farm boy like me, so it's hard to find time. The farm's kept him away from Stormwind, where he could have been studying. I think he sort of hates being here. Liam? Holy cats, what are you doing? Jimmy. Hey, funny story. My dad said I could go to Stormwind today, spend some time in the library, just as soon as I get all the good potatoes separated from the rotten potatoes. I've been up since, what time is it? Is it morning? Yeah, it's morning. I fail to see the humor in this myself. It's just, my dad gave me the day off, so I was going to see if you wanted to do something. You get the day off? Seriously? Huh. It suddenly occurs to me how I could make this job easier. Oh, yeah? How? Well, I don't think there are any good potatoes left. Just let me get cleaned up. Be with you in a minute. Our friend Bram might be as smart as Liam. He definitely thinks he is. Jimmy, Liam, something special happening today? Good morning, Mr. Woodring. We've got the day off, sir. Is Bram here? He's in the barn. Whatever it is you got in mind, take him with you, would you? Before he burns the place down. Boom. Bram, you all right? Still in one piece? Good morning, fellas. You better stay back. My latest experiment is about to go off. It's gonna be a big one. Bram, how many experiments have gone off today already? What? Speak up with you. That voice got me. This is the fourth one this morning. Hey, it didn't go off already, did it? Eventually, Bram's ears quit ringing and he stopped shouting at us. So we're going in a storm wind. That's the plan? Well, that's where Dad told me to go, so I figure we'd better... Oh, hey, it's Kira. Morning, boys. Hi, Jimmy. Hi, Kira. Hi, Kira. I'm in love with you, Kira. Hi, Kira. You know me since I was 6, and I don't stand a chance with you, but could I hold your hand? You can both shut up any time now. Maybe it's the whole promise to be more responsible thing, or maybe it's the Kira thing. But either way, all of a sudden, I'm not too interested in following my dad's suggestions. Hey, listen. Look, if we go into Stormwind, we're just going to end up looking at a bunch of stuff we don't have money to buy. What are you talking about, Jimmy? Let's go to the shore, grab our fishing rods, go have some fun. But there's no library at the shore. Besides, didn't your dad tell you to go into town? Hey, I don't always have to do what my dad says. Come on, fellas, what do you say? Well, it might be fun. And I haven't had the chance to show the two of you up in a while. All right, count me in. Why not? Yes, let's go. It's a walk, to be sure, but it's not bad. Of course, we have to avoid the wildlife, and the gnolls, and the murlocs, and the defiest bandits, but that's nothing unusual. What is unusual is how little the fish are biting. Starting to regret giving up a day at the library. Want to try a different spot? Can we find a spot that isn't crawling with murlocs? The lighthouse! Later. Think anybody's there? I don't want to get in trouble. Nah, I've never heard there's anybody. I've heard there's never anybody here except ghosts, and I bet they won't mind if we do a little fishing. This is perfect. The perfect spot. Fellas, I think we're looking at someone else's business here. Yeah, definitely someone else's. I'd like to go mind my own business now. Good idea. Let's get out of here. We should report this. Maybe go over to Sentinel Hill. Let them know. You see, Buccaneers, what did I tell ya? The fates have smiled upon us, just as the cursed Defius claimed part of our crew. So these strapping young lads have been roped into our laps. Bloodsail Buccaneers. As vicious a bunch of pirates as you can find. I've heard about them, but they're not supposed to be around here. They're down around the cape near Booty Bay. You all dead. All of you dead, Van Cleefel. Kill you all. What for won't fit in the boat. Mr. Severance, you may dispose of our mask-wearing baggage now. Snap his neck and feed him, and the other one to the fish. Oi, Captain. No! What's your name, pup? Jimmy Blackridge, sir. I'm nobody. I'm just a farm boy. I live on a farm outside Goldshire, and... I didn't ask for your life story. All of you, get in the boat. Take a good look, pups. It's the Garot, finest vessel ever to sail the great sea. Your tree can call it home. Ha 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 ha! Not scared, are you? Up you go, pups, and get a move on or you'll feel my blade. Huh, I think this one's wet his pants. Mission accomplished, lads and lasses. We know where our quarry is. Now we simply wait for the right time to strike. Mr. Malvis and Mr. Morsel fell as we made our escape, but these three have volunteered to serve in their places. They're at your disposal. So any work you want done, just grab one, and if he's slow to move, you got my leave to got him. I can't believe I thought chores back home were hard. The Bloodsails work us from before dawn to nearly midnight every day and barely give us any food. They make it very clear, too. The second one of us tries to get away, all three of us get skewered. I don't know what their issue is with the Defias. I always thought the Defias were just local bandits, but I'll never forget the sound that bandit's neck made when the Bloodsail broke it at the lighthouse. I know Mom and Dad must be worried sick. They probably think I'm dead. I wonder if I'll ever see them again. I hope I will. I pray I will. I have a lot to make up for. First, I think we're doomed to a life of slavery. Turns out it's worse than that. Off the starboard bow! All hands on deck! Over there, Captain. Step quick, Buccaneers. Time to earn your keep. You heard the Captain. Here. What do we do with these? Don't make jokes, pup. We're taking that ship and you'll do your part. Huh? We're not fighters. You can't expect us to... It's a simple choice, pups. Fight, or we'll kill ya. It's horrible to watch. The Bloodsails have done this so many times, it's second nature. They're like ants swarming over a dead rabbit. My friends and I don't want to die, but Liam wasn't lying. We're not fighters. Besides, these are honest sailors attacked by a bunch of pirates. How can we even think about hurting them? Sacking the ship doesn't take that long, and soon I even get a little tiny piece of hope about our captain, when I realize that his crew wasn't fighting to kill, but to subdue. All right, you long-haired freaks. Listen closely. Should be hard for you. I don't intend to kill you. The more sailors and merchants I let live, the more cargo there'll be for me to take. And the faster word will spread about Captain Jariah's blood vein and the Bloodsail Buccaneers. But believe me when I tell you this, any of you give me even the slightest bit of trouble, I'll make an example of you and smile when I'm doing it. This shouldn't concern my crew, Captain Bloodvein. Let us settle this with honor, man to man. Release me and face me in hand-to-hand combat, one-on-one. May the better man win. Honor. Any question as to who the better man is now? Anyone? No? Good. Buccaneers, start looting! It makes me sick to my stomach to be part of this, but we have no choice. It's this or go overboard. First, I think maybe we can get by with just not fighting. We'd go with the pirates, but not actually hit anyone. That doesn't work out as well as I'd hoped. You trolls should be thankful you're just on your knees and not on your backs. Your cargo is now mine. And you three, you think you can freeload? Just stand there holding those boards like giant pacifiers. No, sir. Shut up. As soon as we're done here, you're going to learn to fight or you can swim back to Westfall. Captain Bloodvein is as good as his word. Liam's the first one to get his education started. Keep your feet under you. Keep your balance. I am. You think so? Come at me. Come on, cut me. Huh? Pitiful. Listen to me, pup. If you don't get a lot less pathetic and fast, I'm the one getting 40 lashes, so pay attention. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's just getting worse. I've actually met the next ship's captain, Corwin Wraithrun. Fight! Fight! I'll not lose my vessel to a bunch of mangy pirates. With my father once on a trip to Stormwind, he and his crew bought some vegetables from us, and now I'm a part of his death. If I hadn't talked my friends into going fishing, if I had been shooed off the farm, I've got to make this right. Next, it's Bram's turn to get put through the ringer. Say, play fighting, boy. I'm not aiming for your sword, I'm aiming for your head. Wah! There, good. But not good enough. Attack and defend, slash and block. They have to be parts of the same movement. Do you understand? I think so. At this point, with actual blades in our hands, doom. I think Captain Bloodvein thinks we'd be more dangerous to him than anyone else. Maybe that's why he put Bram on artillery duty. The problem is, the thing I'm scared of most, I think it's getting easier for all of us. Little by little, Liam and Bram pick up the use of the dagger and the sword, but I'm bigger than either of them, and Bloodvein has something special in mind for me. Easy now. You've come a long way, boy. You and your friends. Think you're ready to see how a Bloodsail Buccaneer really lives. Excuse me, sir. We've been out to sea long enough. Supplies are as low as the crew's morale. It's time for some rest and relaxation. There. Plunder Isle. Home. A Bloodsail hold. In years to come, you'll learn to love the sight of it, assuming you live that long. Move it, double time, Buccaneers. The sooner you're done, the sooner the rum starts a-pouring. You Liam, is it? Yes, sir. You're good with numbers and words, are you not? The bookish type, if I read you correctly. I suppose so, sir. Why do you ask? Given that our last clerk wound up with a cannonball to his brisket, you're going to catalogue our treasure. And if I find out anything turns up missing and blame me pup, I will find out. I'll string you up from the top of the mainsail and let the buzzards have you. I pass on the rum and just sit and listen, try and absorb as much as possible about these pirates. I hear about the Defius and about how their leader Edwin Van Cleef had cheated Bloodvein, not just taking his money, but also a woman Bloodvein had his eye on, and then killing him for good measure. I think about Kira, about how many years I've had a crush on her and been too afraid to say anything. What am I doing out here? Is this where I'm going to die? String me up from the mainsail and let buzzards have me? I'm not a banker. I want to study magic, not math. What if I miscount? What if I... Magic. Well, we hate to see her go, but we love to watch her leave. She'll do her best for William and Wes and Mike and Steve. Her name is spread both far and wide. Her legend is renowned. They call her Broadside Betty. She's the roundest game in town. So if you've mind to travel south, be sure to stop and play, 'cause she's the real reason that they call it Booty Bay. Not drinking, Jimmy? It is Jimmy, yes? No. I mean, my name's Jimmy, yeah, but I'm not drinking. No? What kind of pirate are you? We're not pirates. Captain Bloodvein kidnapped us from the Westfall shore. I lost track of how long ago. I see. You haven't been on the Garret with the rest of the crew. You haven't been sacking ships. You haven't been seen by any survivors who might have reported your involvement with the Bloodsails. Well, we haven't. Oh, boys, I hate to break this to you, but like it or not, you are pirates now, the both of you. Buccaneers, listen to me. You all served me well, and it's time you got some real reward for it. You're well aware of the feud between us and the Defius Brotherhood. A few of you even know of the personal animosity between me and that punce Edwin Van Cleef. We're ready now. It's time to show Azeroth what happens when you cross the Bloodsail Buccaneers. We're going to Westfall. We're going to chew our way into his hideout. We're going to cut down every last Defius cretin we find, Van Cleef included. A few hours later. Crying out loud, Jimmy, do you know what they'll do to us if they catch us off like this? Yeah, believe me, we have to do something. We're in way over our heads and we've got to figure a way out of this. Well, but that's sort of the thing, Jimmy. We don't really want to get out of this. What? Look, my parents were never going to let me study magic. You know it and I know it. And I never would have gotten to learn about artillery and stuff on the farm. We like it here, Jimmy. The Bloodsails have been good to us. We want to stay. I can't believe it. I grew up with these two. We've been best friends forever. How can they do this? How can they just abandon their whole lives? How can they abandon me? We stay on the island for 2 more days before setting out again. I spend the whole time in a kind of haze. I don't see how things could get much worse. But then Captain Bloodvein shows me. Jimmy, my boy, let me bend your ear a moment. Captain, you may recall we recently sacked a night elf ship, yes? Well, it seems someone among the crew recognized you. Got one back to the Defius and, as I'm sure you're aware, the Defius loom large in your neck of the woods. The Defius have taken a couple of hostages, pup. Your dear mum and dad. Got him in the bowels of Van Cleef's ship, no doubt, trying to persuade them to talk about how their pride and joy wound up among my crew. Just a bit of personal motivation there, son. We make landfall soon. That's a cap. The Defius have my parents? For a second, all I can feel is hate. This is Bloodvein's fault. My parents are in danger because of him. Then it's not me. It hits me. It's not Bloodvein's fault. It's my fault. Mom and Dad are in danger, maybe even dead because of me. Ready or not, Van Cleef, here we come. Right before we leave the ship, Captain Bloodvein finally tells us what we're going to do. I don't want to listen, but right now focusing on something besides my parents is the only thing keeping me sane. Yah! Rah! The Defius Brotherhood are bandits and outlaws. I've always known that. Van Cleef, their leader, used to be an artisan. I knew that too. He did a lot of work for Stormwind until they cheated him. Or at least that's his story. But that's all I knew. My knowledge stopped there. Now Bloodvein tells us they have a secret lair down in the bottom of a mine in Moonbrook. And that Van Cleef's in league with a bunch of goblins building some sort of pirate fleet. It's like a bad dream. It really is. I can't believe these creatures, these things are down here. It's like the bosses from Dead Mines. Or that all the training the Bloodsails forced us through is paying off so well. Liam and Bram and I are actually holding our own. When the whole raiding party stops to make use of some gunpowder, open a big set of locked doors, I see Bram's face light up. This can't pass this up. This is high yield, the good stuff. Never know when it might come in handy. Of course, considering what we see next, it's a wonder we don't forget what we were just doing. There it is, Buccaneers, Van Cleef's steam-powered monstrosity, just where I was told it'd be. He thinks he can rule the Great Sea with that thing. Let's show him different. Wait a second, is that? It can't be. It's Mom and Dad? Bloodvein wasn't lying? Gotta get them out of here. With Liam and Bram on Bloodvein's side now, I guess I'll be doing it by myself. Can you tell what's going on up there? Ship's getting attacked. I know that, you numbskull. I meant, can you tell by who? I wouldn't worry about the ship. Shh. What's going on? King up there is the least of your troubles. I hear the screams and gunshots from outside the ship. Bloodvein's nearing the top. Got to hurry. Who is that? Who's out there? What do you want? Mom. Dad. Jimmy? Just hold still, Mom. I'll have you free in a second. Jimmy, they told us you'd become a pirate. Yeah, well, I almost did. Oh, my baby boy. You handled that axe well, son. Thanks, Dad. Can the two of you walk? Are you hurt too badly? We'll crawl if we have to. Let's just get going. Boom! That sounded pretty final. Come on. If we're lucky, we can slip back out a porthole before the Captain Bloodvein even notices I'm gone. I'm afraid your luck's gone bad. Drop the axe. Disappointing, pup. Very disappointing. I'm taking my parents home. Not without my leave, you're not. And I'm giving no leave. Your parents made good hostages for the Defias. No reason they can't serve the same purpose for the Bloodsails. So, Mr. Blackridge, you can either fall back in line and maybe I'll take it easy on you for abandoning our assault, or I can kill you for mutiny. What'll it be, pup? There is no choice here, not in my mind. Anyway, I made this mess. Time to clean it up. Fight me, Bloodvein, one-on-one. I win, my parents and I walk out of here unharmed. You win, I surrender to whatever punishment you deem fit. Please, you don't make the rules here, pup. If we fight on my terms. You're not scared, are you? No, I just hate to wait. It's a good crew member. Boom. Now. Part of me, a big part of me, knows how stupid this is. This is pointless, boy. Chopping at my hide will get worse ruin a fine cut. I can't fail pain, though I can't say the same scream. For you. I'm a farm boy, closest thing to a weapon I ever picked up. Used to be a pitchfork. Captain Bloodvein, on the other hand, has been a fighter for who knows how long. Maybe longer than I've been alive. There shouldn't be any way for me to win. He's stronger, faster, more experienced. Dang. But I've got to believe that when it really comes down to what truly makes the difference is who wants it more. And if that's true, then I know the answer. Jimmy Blackridge. Me. And nobody better forget it. I killed the Cotman. Get him! Now. I see the Buccaneers coming toward me and I get ready to say my last goodbyes to Mom and Dad. What the hell? Move. Work, come on, work, this has to work. Then I hear Liam reading in a language I don't recognize and I realize what's happened. It looks like my two idiot friends have come to their senses. Mr. and Mrs. Blackridge, good to see you again. This won't last very long, so we should go now, like right now. What made you decide to leave the Bloodsails? Call it impulse career change. Hey, that could have been our parents locked up and beaten half to death. Do you see them? Are they following? Do you see them? No, nothing. We're alone out here. If they're not after us now, they won't be, especially with the captain dead. They won't come this far inland. I've got to say, Jimmy, becoming a pirate's done you pretty well. Could we save the congratulations until we're no longer in danger of getting horribly killed? Take a look. I think we're safe. And please, from now on, it's James. So, things were a little different around here after that. But with Liam apprenticed to an archmage and Bram studying engineering up in Ironforge, I'm the only one who hasn't left. Turns out I like running a farm once I apply myself. Never saw that coming. So here I am with you. That's quite a story, James. Well, it's not an experience I would recommend, but I don't regret it. I'm actually thinking of writing a book. Really? Would I appear in your book? You'll have to wait and see. Perhaps I can join you in another drink and we can talk about it. I'd like that, but I can't stay for too long. The farm won't run itself. End. Well, oh, this is cool. That's the Tauren. Okay. So it was cool. I like this story. I thought it was neat. It was cool to see an inside look at the Bloodsail Buccaneers and some of their beef with the Defias. I don't know if that beef holds up. It was a fun little story, a little background, and we also get to see how the dead mines are already in operation. Um, maybe from Jump. Not sure. I'll have to look that up too. I can't remember if that was on my list of original. I don't see it listed, but that doesn't mean that it's not part of like the original kit before. So I'll check that out after this episode. All right, cool, everyone. I appreciate you for watching and for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry, I chose some scratchy voices, so got irritated my throat a little bit. Sorry for the coughing. But yeah, I appreciate you. And I look forward to seeing you on the next episode of Lore of Warcraft, because this one is in the pipe 5x5.